There are many beautiful museums that can be found in Paris, France, like the pictures that you can see here. And they're not only beautiful paintings on the inside, but they're beautiful on the outside as well. This picture you might have seen before in some things to see in Paris type pictures, but it's a very pretty iconic look, and it serves a very specific purpose as well. It comes from a very specific type of history. This museum is the Musée d'Orsay. Now, tell me, what type of specific physical painting is this museum well known for holding? This museum was originally, or should I say the structure, was originally made in the 1900s, but it wasn't a museum until the 1980s, and until 1986. So what's up with that? So this museum was originally used for a train station. It was originally the Gare d'Orsay, not the Musée d'Orsay. It was made in the 1900s specifically for bringing travelers in to Paris for the World's Fair, but just really any travelers anywhere. That's just how it started. But it wasn't even a train station for not even 100 years. So tell me, why was that? Well, the train station was made with metal construction and passenger elevators and electric rails, all fine things, but the way that it was made was in a not very modern way at all. So when the trains progressed and technology developed, this train station stayed in the past. And by the 1970s, it was pretty much deserted and unusable. And by 1977, talk began about turning it into a museum, and it was completed in 1986. So tell me, how long passed from when it was a train station to when it was a completed museum? The train station design was designed by this man, Victor Laloux, and he was a well-known architect of that time, and he was chosen because of the area that the train station was going to be. It's a very central area, and they wanted it to be very grand and beautiful for all the visitors that were coming in to see Paris. This is the area. It is to the left of the banks of the Seine River, so and also across from the way of the Tuileries Garden, so a very well-known central area that lots of landmarks and buildings that people all over the world know they can find in France. Originally, in the 1980s, the inside was designed by this woman. She's an Italian designer, and she designed the 3 floors that are above the large atrium style room that you can see in all the pictures when you look up this museum. It was also renovated in 2009 to 2011, so pretty recently. Now, this is the large, I'm calling it atrium style room or arched room that you can find that in this museum. But what was it originally created for in the 1900s? Now, this museum, of course, holds all types of art, sculptures, paintings, anything you can think of, but it's super well known for this type, which is the Impressionistic style. It's a style that strayed away from being really refined and really realistic. So the brush strokes are a lot softer, and you can see the brush strokes really, and there's not as much definition in the faces as well. Some of the most famous artists are Impressionistic artists, like Van Gogh and Claude Monet and Mary Cassatt and Renoir. I just really love this art style. I think they're all really beautiful selections here. Of course, there are a lot more in the museum. So I hope that you found this museum and this presentation just as interesting as I did. Thank you so much for listening.